We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing the fight to get back above 435 here in the second half of the day. And the SPY found support at a critical level that we talked about in yesterday's video at around the 433.50 area in the pre-market and opening bell. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 9:50 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, continuing to fight to stay above 435 and breaking out to highs up here so far of 436.50, and we're going to talk about the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bull indicator at 9:10 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area of widespread borders to the rip area today of bright green bars, doing a full transition here on 42 vision. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, back under a bull indicator here at around the 434 area, canceling out the bear indicator from yesterday at around the 436.90 area, and coming back up to these levels where it rejected yesterday in the second half of the day, coming back up to retest it, not that far off the 437 resistance in today's after hours and leading up to it all day, right? Inflows cross back over, and this is going to be crucial. This is going to be critical going into tomorrow. What I'm going to be watching is these inflow versus outflows, and also if this bull indicator can hold true. And a full transition has happened so far on the SPY from the dip area here to the rip area, as I call it, on 42 vision, right? From widespread borders to bright green bars. And today we're going to break down the key levels to watch going into tomorrow and what the charts are showing. But now the bulls are fighting here back under a bull indicator here at around the 434 area after finding support at a pivotal support level that we talked about in yesterday's video based off the history of the chart way back here on June 14th at around the 433.50 area, right? Those were the lows down here, and right there was fighting in that area. Today, bounced off of it, came back up to the 436s, and right now in the after hours, coming back up to retest where the bear indicator popped up yesterday and the rejection in the second half of the day. So these inflows will be crucial. And if we zoom out here and look at this from the 1 hour, we get our first bull indicator and inflow crossover, guys. We talked about this yesterday, how the stock on the SPY was having trouble going back up with momentum and continuation, because even though inflows were picking up, it was all happening below the midpoint. And today it started moving quickly, getting its first bull indicator here at the 435.18 area, canceling out this bear indicator from up here at 439. And we got our first inflow crossover since the outflows crossed over back on Friday of last week. So this is definitely something to not ignore here. And I'm going to be watching this very carefully going into tomorrow if these inflows can continue pushing upwards away from the midpoint to continue reflecting any further strength into these charts, and the transitions have not been completed, right? So far it's gone from the dip area of white with red borders to red with green borders, dark green, and the last piece missing would be bright green bars, guys, and it's still not here as we see it. So not guaranteed to reach it, but something to not ignore there as well, and overlook that the bull indicator is in effect on the 1 hour, inflows are above, and the last piece missing to this transition, if it continues, is bright green bars. Now, when we zoom into the 15-minute, we can go ahead and see here that it's under a bull indicator as well at around the 434 area. Inflows crossed over, and in the middle of the day, there was a slowdown here, but it did not completely collapse and cancel out this bull indicator with a possible bear indicator, because these outflows never crossed over and inflows continue to dominate. It switched from red to green, pushing back up and continuing that momentum to the highs of the day here and in the after hours so far of 436.30s area, right? And as we see here, these inflows have room to go higher. Based off the history of the chart, it hit highs here of 2.2, and the last time a bull indicator popped up and these inflows picked up with full strength was on Thursday of last week on June 15th, and it went from 435 to highs here of 443, and the inflows hit highs here of 4.2, 4.7, and even up here at 4.3. Something to not ignore there. Not guaranteed to make the same exact move, but something to not overlook based off the history of the chart and the amount of room that the inflows have if they want to pick up even further away from the midpoint. And you could see it here sharply trying to push up higher, and that's going to be crucial. I would not ignore that going into tomorrow. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and the first support level is 435. That was the fight here in the first half of the day and in the second half of the day to bounce off of. You could see that bounce there, came back down, bounced off of it. 435 is going to be crucial. Then below that is the 433.50 area. It bounced off of it in the pre-market, and based off the history of the chart back to Wednesday of last week, 433.50 area is a crucial level where things bounced off of on that day, right? It hit those lows here of 433.60s, bounced back up, and the next level there is 433.50, and it bounced off of it today in the pre-market. I would not ignore that. And if these outflows pull down even further away from the midpoint to the downside, pull down the 15-minute as well and start reflecting that weakness into the charts, well, then the next support below 433.50 would then be the 431.50 area based off the history of the charts where the bull indicator popped up back here on June 12th. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these bull indicators to continue holding strong on the 15-minute, these inflows staying above the midpoint, and same thing on the 30-minute, right? This bull indicator holding strong, inflows staying above, and on the 1 hour, continuing to pull away from the midpoint to the upside and reflecting that strength into these charts. And the first resistance level would be the 437 area, where things rejected here yesterday and where the bear indicator popped up, and where it's heading, guys. It needs to break through that, turn it into support, and if that's accomplished, the next resistance level above that would be back up towards the 439 to 440 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be critical, and the inflow versus outflow I'm going to be watching very carefully, as it's going to be crucial for it to stay above and continue pushing upwards. Full transitions here on the 15-minute and 30-minute, and I'm not going to ignore that on the 1 hour. So far, it's hit up to dark green. And if these transitions continue to the upside and these inflows continue any higher, a bull indicator popped up here at the 435.20 area. And the last piece missing for the transition is bright green bars. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.